I, I, I know you said you didn't want this to be the topic, but this is where my brain goes. I apologize. I certainly would not pay him this offseason.
No, that was smart.
And, well, no, that is not decided yet. This is I'm saying, even whether you're paying him or not, picking up the the fifth-year option is what you always do if you're paying the guy. Mm-hmm. But picking it up doesn't mean you're going to pay him. But I am, like, legit scarred, in my opinion, of him from that playoff run. The playoff game against the Patriots was the worst playoff game anyone played this season, but the game before that they won was in the running.
5 fumbles.
He had 5 fumbles. You go 5 fumbles to 4 interceptions in back-to-back playoff games when, from his rookie year, his touchdowns are down every year, his yards are down every year. All of it feels like something, the thread was lost a bit. And I'm not even going to do the lecture that led to the losing, because at this point I think everybody understands that did happen. But I am not writing him off, Coach, but I certainly would not make the Kyler Murray mistake of paying a guy after year 3 because he was awesome as a rookie. And I know Kyler actually had another, solid year after that. I would make him wait at least 1 more year, and I wouldn't be opposed to letting him play out his rookie contract and then seeing what's what.
Yeah, I agree. Based off of how much he's fallen off in those 2 games, they was tough to watch. You want to make sure that he's gonna show some sort of consistent level of play, and don't make the mistake that so many teams make, where you rush to pay these guys, and then a year into it, you're like, oh, we got to move on. Now you're sitting on $50 million, $60 million, whatever it is of dead money that you can't get out of. So I totally agree, Nick. Let him play this out, see where you are after that, even if it costs you more money. Let's say he hits a home run in that final season. Fine, you'll be happy to pay that money, but at least you'll have the certainty organizationally that this is your guy moving forward, not just guessing and then eating a chunk of money that hurts you for years to come.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I wouldn't even think about paying him now. I mean, unless he was like, I'll take $20 million a year or something ridiculous. And I think they have him. Look, I think they're going to get a good read on him this year. You obviously have the very good defense. You've got Nico Collins is a good receiver. Maybe it looks Tank Dell could be back. And then they went out and got David Montgomery, like a really good running back. So if he doesn't play well this year, if he continues his decline, you kind of know, okay, it's not happening. You still might keep him for next year. But I'm just saying, I think they have put him in position where you got some talent around him. You're set up to play well. And if he doesn't,
I want to see the offensive line.
Okay. It's they all kind of skirted this conversation here. I've been talking about CJ Stroud more recently because it seems to be a little bit more of a popular conversation right now. And obviously now, especially with 5th-year option and all of that. And so my take's not going to change within the last couple of weeks. Still believe in Stroud. I'll answer it straight on. Yes. Yes. The problems that they've had are so obvious and clear, especially when you are a young quarterback who needs to be developed, who needs to build confidence, who needs to build experience. The O-line, an absolute mess. Again, that's hard for even the most experienced elite quarterbacks. We know that. We have endless examples of this. We got endless examples of this, okay? Then you're now having a change in coordinators. Now you're having coordinating issues, coaching issues. Whether you think the coordinators themselves were the problem, it's still a new coach. It's still new. It's still something that is a frustrating and a legitimate obstacle you have to overcome. They've failed to get a consistent run game as well. One could argue because the O-line is so bad as well, okay? So, there you go. That kind of goes hand in hand with each other. And potentially also changing coordinators and all that. And then the receivers and even tight end are getting injured, okay? Are getting injured. They're in and out of the lineup or just downright out of the lineup. And it's like, okay, messy O-line, inconsistent run game, receivers, and tight ends out. Like, and we just don't know why. I can't believe CJ Stroud's numbers are going down. And it's like, well, I can. And then you also see it on film. You see how he plays. There is a lack of confidence there. And when we use confidence, I feel like in sports we use confidence in kind of different ways. Sometimes it's just like, he has to be more confident. He's unsure of himself. And like, that's more of like the general sense of like, how confident are you? And then it's like really like the way you're playing. Are you decisive? I love how Orlovsky always puts it, you see it, you trust it, you let it rip. And he's uncomfortable. CJ Stroud is just genuinely uncomfortable, and you see everything else kind of, being influenced by that. And it's not a matter of just like, you need to regain your trust, your confidence. It's like, he needs to have confidence in the O-line. He needs to have confidence in what's around him. In the moments that he does, CJ Stroud does some breathtaking stuff. I loved it. This was years ago now at this point, but I remember it so vividly, cause I really lock in on some of these singular soundbites. Greg Cosell was talking about it. This was at this point a couple years ago. This was after his rookie year, so it was 2024, ith. Inc is what it was, right? 23, 24, 25. Yeah, so 2024. And Greg Cosell was using some of the film to highlight how CJ Stroud can be an elite playmaker from the pocket. And I loved how Greg Cosell emphasized this, cause I always talk about that we get so obsessed with all the mobility and the scrambles and stuff like that we think that that's what being a playmaker is, right? That's what being a game breaker, game changer is. And it's like, you can do it from the pocket. And I'll never be able to find the clip, but I don't even think I was making, I think I was just sitting at home watching it on the couch, and I was just like, oh, this is amazing. And it was just highlighting how you can be a playmaker from the pocket. And that is what CJ Stroud has the ability to do. It's really hard to do when your receivers and then everyone else is getting injured and not in the lineup. It's really hard to set up when you don't have a good run game. And it's really hard to do when you don't have an O-line that can protect you in the pocket. And so, yes, CJ Stroud has not done as good of a job as I think he needed to be able to do when things were messy. And I do expect more from him, but I understand the decline. I understand. And again, even in the game that was definitely a bad game against the Patriots. Like, I want to see him better. I can explain, yeah, well, so-and-so was injured and the O-line and this and that. Like, that's all true. But I do want to see him better. And that's why my other take around CJ Stroud is very much like, I just want to see you elevate your floor. I just want to see you elevate your floor. I don't need to see more of your ceiling. I don't need to see more of even the elite playmaking from the pocket. I need you to elevate your floor. That's what I care about more than anything with CJ Stroud, especially because I believe in the culture and the defense and D'Amico and all of that. That's all you need. Just elevate your floor, and you will have a ton of success. I don't need to figure out in this moment of time, hey, CJ, can you truly be a top 3, top 4, top 5 quarterback in the NFL? Can you become an MVP one day? I'm just like, can you just elevate your floor? Can you just not be liabilities too strong, although, you can make the argument he was a liability specifically in the playoffs against the Patriots. But like it's too strong of a word. I don't know what the other word I'd want to use there, but just, is he an, can he just elevate that floor and just can his floor feel more competent? Can it just feel like the things aren't just going to be, cause I remember even watching him against the Kansas City Chiefs in that game. And he made some awesome plays and some awesome throws where I was like, yeah, CJ, like that's the CJ that I know. But I didn't have the trust in it. I didn't have the faith in it. I didn't have the confidence in it. Like, I was uncomfortable. And I know other fans were uncomfortable, too. Whether you're a Texans fan or just like I like there's a degree of kind of like, snorts, you know, because it's just you don't know where the floor is. And it's not to say that you can't make mistakes. Not to say that you're not going to miss a throw or throw a devastating interception at the wrong time, but you're just like, I don't know if I trust you. Like, there's times, especially in that game, where he had the ball for an extra beat, and I'm like, I feel uncomfortable now. I'm like, oh, now it's truly on the decision-making of CJ Stroud right now. And I'm like, I don't know if I trust this in this moment of time. And we saw the worst version of it against the Patriots and even to the Steelers to a degree. Like, we saw it, and you're like, oh, that's where it can kind of go, that's where it does go wrong. So, I believe in Stroud, especially when I look at a quarterback where I'm just like, we just have to correct your floor. And not to mention a lot of that has to do with, can we just get a better O-line? Can we just get a consistent run game? The people who are getting paid to catch the ball on the other end of CJ's route, can they just be healthy, right? Like that to me is all things that I'm more than willing to be like, yes. I believe that those things are going to happen and I am not going to put it square on the shoulders of, you know, CJ. But those are just my thoughts. I'm about to sneeze. That whole rant, I sneezed on the truth. See, everything I just said was accurate. I might sneeze again. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think, about CJ Stroud? Do you still believe in him? What level of confidence do you have? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of, and I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.